Peace, peace, peace. Still charging this one. And I just want to just do like a little review on what I seen from the Black Panther. I actually watched the movie twice since I watched it once Sunday. No, I watched it Monday morning and I watched it again last night. And I mean, it was a decent movie if you went there for the entertainment purposes. But as far as the message that I got out of it, it was a couple of different messages. I don't know how other people viewed it or when they seen it, but you know, I don't know. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it. So if you haven't seen it, I don't think you should watch this because I'm gonna be basically telling you what happened in some parts of the movie. So if you haven't seen it, maybe you should want to just step away from the live stream and go watch the movie first. All right, so the movie starts off in Oakland, right? And I found that funny because his father was some kind of, I guess he was a Black Panther or he was like a striving revolutionary or whatever. He came from Wakanda, he stole the vibranium and took it to Oakland, right? Which I found was like kind of funny how they connected the real Black Panthers to the Black Panther. You understand what I'm saying? So, all right. So the movie starts off, and all right. So the boy playing basketball. He's in a basketball court. He's like the only one able to see the aircraft. Even though I think his friends kind of seen it once he looked up, but he was able to see it. He seen it leaving, right? So I guess they just showed him like going in the house after that, and then they show the scene later on. I guess they go back and they show the scene later on when the uncle is telling T-Chilla what happened or whatever. But nonetheless though, his father pulled the gun out of him, you know what I'm saying, and they killed him or whatever. Now they didn't initially go to kill him like a lot of people was making it think. When I watched a lot of reviews, they just made it seem like, oh, once they grabbed the vibranium from him, they just killed him. Nah, the father said, we're gonna bring you back to Wakanda and make you stand trial. So the father pulled the gun out on him. I don't know whatever trial or what their system, their criminal system or whatever, you know what I'm saying, how they judge or their system of justice. I don't know what their system of justice was. Obviously his father wasn't buying into it. So he pulled the strap out on him. And the Panther, I guess the Panther father, T-Chilla father, turned around and killed him. So, you know, that's one of the views. But what I get from that was, okay, anybody with any fucking common sense know that the Black Panther Party was started in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of different revolutionaries out there, according to Black history or according to like the history of Oakland. You had what's his name? Jackson. You had a bunch of them. Here we know you had a lot of them. You know, so you guys already know the history. But nonetheless, though, that was one thing. All right, so they connected, but his father came from Africa, and his father came and he seen the injustice that was going on at that time, and he wanted to be part of it. So he bought the vibranium, I guess, to help the oppressed people. He never really said exactly what he wanted to do. I guess in my opinion, that's what he wanted to do, because that's what his son wishes was. So then, all right, so then the Black Panther character, right? I kind of like Taz Boswick as an actor. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a pretty cool. I think he's a cool actor. But in this movie just was so fucking coolish, man. And Black people, they lined up with these dashikis on. They lined up. And no, listen, I'm just saying like this, man. You shouldn't need a movie to make you feel good or feel like, oh shit, Black Panther, let's go. Oh, they got African. Listen, another thing, none of you motherfuckers are African unless you really came from Africa within the last couple of generations. None of you can adapt your culture to African culture. And the bad part about it is how I feel bad about my people, because this is also I guess I don't know. I guess that's a way to treat. That's like some type of therapy every time they make a movie that make you feel good about yourself. You're not even looking at who was the people who put the movie out. All right, so now I'm just gonna go over some of the I'm gonna go over the movie, but I just want to touch on one more thing before I really go in on it. All right. So the movie grossed in opening weekend 202 million. And for the fourth day, I guess by Monday or Tuesday, it was 404 million. All right. So all right, so look how much the characters got paid. All right, so you got the lady from The Walking Dead, which was his, I guess, his general, the one that had the wig on, the bald head one. She got $1 million. Chad Bosworth, he got $3 million. The CIA agent got 80,000. Claw got 400,000. The sister got $500,000. Forrest Whitaker got $500,000. And Angela Bassett got $500,000. And that movie grossed almost $500 million in 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Well, saying 4 days. All right. So yeah, man. But all right, so some of the coon shit that I seen, and this is no disrespect to the females that's on my chat or whatever, no disrespect to any lady. I seen a lot of like men like bowing down to women. Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing or that's a bad thing. I don't know. Maybe that's a discussion we need to have. But I seen that like at the end scene, they show like the dude, he had the rhino, and that's another thing, man. I don't know. It was just some funny shit, man. It was like it was trying to be it's kind of have like technology in it, but at the same time, it was giving you the same stereotypical of what they tell you Africans is. You know what I'm saying? They had a joke in it with a plate in his lip. You know, I guess it was a whole tribe of people with plates in his lip. And then there was another tribe that was like a monkey tribe or whatever. And when they went to go get the Black Panther body, because because Killmonger killed him. You know what I'm saying? They was banging or whatever. He came in, said he wanted the throne straight up. He said you know what I'm saying? I guess he wanted to take revenge because he felt like T'Challa was responsible for his father dying and all the stuff that he went through or whatever. So you know, he wanted the throne or whatever, and they fought, and he beat his ass, man. He threw the nigga off the cliff, man. He picked the nigga up like, you know what I'm saying? Andre the Giant slammed him off the cliff. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Hold up, give me a second. Let me get into the chat room. Let me just look at the chat real quick. Just give me. This is my first time. Normally I'll be on with Chief or whatever, but I wanted to do this view. I was going to record a video, but for some reason my video recorder was acting funny. So I don't know. Let me see. Just bear with me, people. Let me see. I'm still here, just bear with me. All right, bet. Here we go. So hold up. Let me see. All right. My computer just taking a minute to load up. All right, here we go. I'm gonna look at the chat this time because I could do that today. Normally I'll be trying to moderate and you know what I'm saying, trying to go to change screen record and all this other stuff though. Peace to the Aborigines, peace to everybody in the chat. I see people up early. That's what's up, man. I definitely appreciate the love. What I'm gonna do is after I do the review, if you got some questions or something y'all want to talk about, we can you can post it because I'm right here with y'all. So I'm watching all of the comments. Peace to Jersey77, peace to LJ, Lionel Jones, peace to C Main. I seen my brother Blue Voodoo. Peace to the brother Blue Voodoo. Who else in here? Let me see. Empress L, peace. Mel's TV, peace. Let me know if I'm clear. If I'm clear, please press 1 for me so I can know, at least know. You're let me see. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So boom. So just let me know. Just let me know. Press 2 if I don't sound right, or if you feel like if I don't sound, if it don't sound clear, just let me know. All right. So all right. So boom. So all right. So let me back it up a little bit. All right. So before, all right. So a lot of people was talking about the part when he killed this girl, right? So he killed this girl because Claw grabbed his girl, and so if he was to drop his weapon, if he was to drop his weapon and say, all right, well, I'm gonna surrender or whatever, Claw would have killed both of them. So it wouldn't, at that point in time, she already knew what time it was, and like she said, I'm sorry, and she basically let him know that she already knows she was a casualty of war at that point in time. So all right, so that happened. A lot of people were saying, oh, he was killing women and all this, that, and the third. At the end, the women attacked him. So what was he supposed to do? Just let these women with these swords beat his ass? Like, I mean, they wasn't standing down. They was gonna kill him. So at the end, you know what I'm saying? And another thing, what I didn't like, I didn't like he kept making a lot of references that was kind of referencing us as the Aborigine American. You know what I'm saying? At the end, he said, take me up. I want to see, no. T. Chiller did offer to try to save him. That's one thing that a lot of people didn't talk about in a lot of these reviews that I see. A lot of people didn't talk about the fact that T. Chiller did offer to save him at the end. And he was like, nah, fuck that. You ain't gonna make me no prisoner. You might as well just throw me in the ocean with the rest of my ancestors, right? Now I found that to be like, that was a little bit like extra, like, you know what I'm saying? He said, throw me in the ocean with the ones that jumped off the boat or whatever, you know. And a lot of references in this movie was trying to get you back to think that you was an African, but at the same time, for those of us who are in the clear or in the know, we was able to see, like, they made a lot of references to it. Now you got to think of this, right? The golden jaguar. Okay. Now, like I tell you, there's jaguars in Florida. There's jaguars all in South America. So we already know where the fucking jaguar is at. Okay. So he was the golden jaguar, and T. Chiller was the Black Panther. But we also know that the jaguar is the Black Panther, and it's really not a panther, it's really a puma. So, you know, you got to do your research on that to even understand that. And he said we was looking for El Dorado. Now it's funny, right? Excuse me. Since I made that video and I found them talking about El Dorado, I just keep hearing a lot of references to El Dorado. Now, prior to me doing this research, I have never really heard about. I guess that's the laws of attraction. You know, you don't realize something exists until you pay attention to it or whatever. So, but I keep hearing references to El Dorado. Okay, so in some way or form, he was trying to tell you that I guess the Black Panther was really, or the Jaguar, the golden jaguar. Because if you look up, you'll see the Mayans got jaguar suits on. They got, if you look at any of the images of the Mayans inside the temple, you will see that they have jaguar suits on. You will see the jaguar head, and you will see the suit. You will see like the rest of the jaguar hanging down. Okay, so that is one of the places where they could have got the idea to make that costume or whatever, though. But nonetheless, though, ultimately they kept on saying that he wasn't one of them, that he was a stranger, they didn't know him. And then the funny thing was, T. Chiller got his ass kicked fair and square because he accepted the challenge. He accepted the challenge, and the uncle actually saved him because he was going to kill him. So the uncle actually put his spear in front of him and was like, "No, I'm the one who set your father up or whatever. I'm the one who killed." And he's like, "Yeah." So he killed him too, right? That role was played by Forrest Whitaker or whatever. And after he killed him, then he picked T'Challa up and threw the motherfucker over the river, you know, over the mountain fall. So, you know, so what's the chick name? Lapita, whatever her name is. she always playing some fucking coon role anyway. Like if you look at her, she was like playing a bad witch at the same time, trying to play. She was playing a bad witch because at the end, well, after that happened, she grabbed the CIA agent. Now, the funny thing was, they didn't accept Warmonger or Killmonger as their own family, but they accepted the CIA agent or whatever. And the CIA agent was very disrespectful. Like he was saying, like little, like they play like these typical Europeans among other company and other people, like you know what I'm saying. And it was the same in it when they went to go retrieve T'Chilla's body. They went because previously before T'Chilla fought Warmonger, Killmonger, he fought somebody else from his other tribe. And he made the Joker tap out. So just so fortunate, this was the same Joker who retrieved his body and saved and preserved his body, right? But there was a scene in it when the CIA agent was talking, and they just kept making these monkey sounds to shut him up. And he was like, "You say one more thing, it's over with." Or whatever. But they was making these monkey chants and shit. I found that to be like they was trying to make you think that in Africa that motherfuckers is monkeys and all. I'm not saying that might be the exact meaning of that, but I found that to be really funny. They was making these monkey noises, and all of his tribe was making the same monkey noise. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. But yeah, I mean, for those of you who do like to review movies, or if you haven't seen it, check it out. Like I said, it's a lot of coonery in it. It's a lot of coonery in it. It's a lot of coonery. I don't think that like T'Chilla wasn't aggressive as he should have been, which they always try to make these heroes kind of passive in a sense, and always make the aggressor or the adversary always the aggressor. You know what I'm saying? I always see that in all movies. So I can't say like a lot of people was like, oh well, T'Chilla, he was passive or whatever. I mean, in the Adventure movie, he did at the end kill that motherfucking cracker, like, you know what I'm saying, in the Avenger movie. And then I don't think in the Avenger movie they represented him as a coon, because he was busting everybody out. If you look at the Black Panther character on Avengers, like the cartoon, he don't take no shorts. He didn't beat Captain America up. He didn't beat the whole Avengers up. And he don't take no shorts. And that's the funny thing. They just made him passive and shit though. But there was a lot of good scenes though, but it was a lot of good scenes that was kind of referencing us at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And Angela Bassett, she played like kind of a coon in the movie too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, her role was, I guess, as his mother, but she kept on when Killmonger killed him and he became the king. So after he became the king, they went and retrieved his body and then gave him back the Black Panther suit. And that's the funny thing. He needed all these powers, man. Killmonger didn't drink no juice. He didn't have the power of the ancestors, but just came right in there. Boop, bop, 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 bop. Fuck, tipped him up, threw him over the bridge. You know what I'm saying? And they still like, and his movement, some people like agree with it. Some people felt like he was angry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, man, he played the typical villain role, but the villain role was basically telling you that you had the Black Panther fighting against a black revolution, a Black American revolutionary. That's what I got out of it. And also, it's telling you that the same way a lot of these Africans, when they're in this country over here, they want you. They like, well, why you not working? Why you don't have these degrees we got? Why you not doing good like we doing? Because they don't understand white supremacy. And it's not even white supremacy, just the system that we've been through in these 400 years or 500 years since these people been here. So they don't understand the stuff we've been through. They come here and look at you like, yo, you don't want none of this, because they don't have the same views. And that's the reason why T'Chilla said, I'm not the king of all black people. I'm the king of Wakanda. Okay. And then just a note for this. Wakanda is I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it out. Omaha tribe here in North America. Okay, look that up. Look up where the word Wakanda came from. The word Wakanda came from an Omaha tribe here in North America. You understand what? So I just find that to be funny that the tribe came from North America, the animal itself came from North America. They made why would he make a reference to South America and say, oh no, it was really in Africa. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he didn't want to help. Also, what was funny, what was coonish about him was he didn't want to help the other African nations. And that go to show you right there that all African nations are not connected like you think. Now, you got these motherfucking Pan-Africans here, right, that'll tell you they think that all black countries is united. And this is what we think here. We think here all black countries is united. It's all black countries is not united. And also the traveling, like if you look up, you could travel more in North America than you could travel in Africa. In Africa, people really don't travel outside their country like that. So T'Challa, he had an invisible, like, oh, okay, all right, Wakanda was a country or whatever, and they had a part to where it was hidden. So the people on the outside was going through wars and they was experiencing poverty and all that. Meanwhile, T'Challa and his heirs was the people that was living good. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then like the guy was saying, like, why don't you help all black people? He said, I'm not the king of all black people. I'm the king of Wakanda. But at the same time, he wouldn't help the Wakandians that was outside of, I guess, his elite blood ancestry or whatever. Because like I said, they was living good and the people on the outside was living bad. Much like, you know what I'm saying, how you see people now, how you see black people, once they reach a form of success or a level of success, they no longer live around other black people. They move in these other areas where they want to be around other ethnicities or more diverse neighborhood. And, you know, and that's something that I got. This is just my opinion. You gotta watch the movie. If you watch the movie, you might see some stuff that I didn't see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going as hard as I really want to go on it or whatever, but it was definitely kind of depriving the Aborigines and making us seem like we're mad because, like I said, these people don't understand the system and the history that we've been through. That's how you know that they wasn't in Africa like they telling you. Because if they was picking people out of Africa since the 1500s, the Africans over there will already know what white supremacy is. And also think of it like this, right? Africa didn't become really no use to them people until they started the really a lot of this bartering system or this corporations. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the gold and most of the finite resources they got from the Americans. Now, okay, we could say a lot of the rare metals that they get out of Africa, but that shit wouldn't even be popular if it wasn't for technology. If there wasn't a cell phone, you wouldn't have no use for a lot of no metals and stuff in there. But over here, you had use for sugar, for the sugar cane. You had use for tobacco. You had use for cotton. All of this stuff still floats around. And these are actually the resources that we supposed to be having. You understand? Like they had vibranium over there. We supposed to have. I'm messing up. Let me know. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Let me know how I sound. Peace, peace. Mic check. I'm still in. Press 1 if you still can hear me. All right, bet. All right, so yeah, so all right, so they had this vibranium and everything, right? So you look at it like, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine the resources we would have been having if it wasn't like Africans when they come here, they know nothing about Jim Crow. They know nothing about segregation. They know nothing about the civil rights. But fuck, they know nothing really about the history of what we've been through in this country. So they don't understand the reason why some of us will have a problem or why some of us will be feeling like the system is not here to help you. Because we can look back in history and see what the system has done for you. You know what I'm saying? And see where you at now in history and see, well, where other people are. Because you got people come here 3 or 4 years, 5 years, and these motherfuckers doing well better than us. And I'm not saying that because we don't want to do better. It's because most of us, we're content with what we got. And there's nothing wrong with being content. If you don't want to go out there and buy new stuff and get new stuff, that's cool with me. I'm not going to never say, oh, well, you still got this old TV. Listen, that shit might work for you and you might be happy with it. And this is the thing. But let me get back to the movie because I go all off with this, right? So another funny thing was when T'Challa, when he took that magic potion that made him the Black Panther, right? He went back to the ancestry realm, which was right there in Africa. When Killmonger took the motherfucking potion, he went back to Oakland. Now that shit right there, I'm looking at this, I'm like, hold up. This nigga went back to Oakland, yo. And after he went back to Oakland, he burnt the whole place down. He was like, man, you know what? Burn this shit down. Because they had these plants or these flowers in which can help you or rejuvenate your body or, you know what I'm saying, give you superhuman strength. After they gave him the potion to make him the Black Panther, that motherfucker said, yo, burn this shit down. He burnt the whole shit down, burnt everything down. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it was some scenes where he wilded out on some women. I guess that was more trying to make it seem like, oh, he was more violent because, you know, with all these women rights, they're like, oh, he'd kill a woman with no problem. But understand this. And another thing, why the fuck they had a woman army? That's not empowering to nobody because no women are supposed to have children and be in the nursery. They're not supposed to be holding no motherfucking swords and fighting when you got men to fight for you. So I found that to be like some feminism shit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely some feminism shit. You know what I'm saying? The chick one from The Walking Dead. You know, I kind of like that role. She held it down. She was kind of controlling T'Challa though. And his sister was like making all inventions for him, and you know what I'm saying. And he was getting a lot of his guidance from these women. It was either from his mother, it was from his general, like I said, the lady from The Walking Dead, or from his sister. It was from his sister, or from the girl on the whatever niggas, whatever. And she played the biggest tune because it was her idea to go back and save and retrieve him. Because like I said, he threw this nigga off of a waterfall, yo. He threw the nigga off of a waterfall. So they went back and retrieved his body, but it was her idea. She grabbed the CIA agent and said, "Come on, let's go retrieve his body," because they didn't like what Killmonger's idea or his plans was to ship the vibranium across to the oppressed people, you know what I'm saying, so they can get themselves out of their situation. And that's what his idea of revolution or what he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? They just try to make him as an African American seem like he was very mad and very upset. And the Africans are just so calm and all that. You should have seen the way he was looking at them when they was doing, like, before they fought, because they go into like this these chants. They start chanting and start gyrating their body, moving their body and shit, right? And Michael B. Jordan looked at him like, what the fuck are y'all doing? The same thing how some of us be looking at them, you know what I'm saying? Because we know that's not our culture. We already know what Black people did. Most of us that's here now, most of us understand that. But you get these clones that say, oh, this was a very African movie. They don't never give us no African American superhero. The only African American superhero you had was Blade. Okay, you got the Falcon, you got Black Lightning and shit. That Black Lightning shit look like some clown shit, man. I'm not watching that. But the only Black superhero that I respect was Blade. Because Blade was out there cutting these motherfucking the real vampires up. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I respected Blade. That nigga T'Challa, that nigga was on some coon shit, man. Throughout the whole movie, he was very passive. The women had to leave him, which is nothing is wrong with no women. And I don't think that I'm anti women or feminism. I'm anti-feminism. I don't like that feminism shit. You know, I really don't. You understand? And I love all the sisters and everything. I just don't like that feminism shit. I don't like it. I'm not saying that women don't need to take control at some time or make their men stronger. I will never say that. But it just was the overall that the women were stronger than him. The women was busting more ass than he was in the movie. Until the very end. And at the very end, he was rocking, man. He was rocking or whatever. It was a good fight scene at the end. I liked the way. Well, I didn't like the fight scene between him and Michael B. Jordan. I thought that shit was corny. But fuck is this? Oh, this is Chiefness. Who the fuck is that? Lord, this is horrible. What you talking about? My commentary, or you talking about the sound? Yeah, all right. So whatever. Peace, peace, peace. My brother NYC, NY Supreme, man. Peace, my brother. I haven't seen a brother in a while. Shout out to Zai. Shout out to everybody in there, man. Peace to everybody. Oh, my mic. Okay, all right. How my mic sound now? My mic sound nice? My mic sound nice. Check one. They say cut off your Wi-Fi and some of your devices. I don't know, man. I got a bunch of shit running this morning, man. Damn, he said it was distorted for 10 minutes. Damn, my bad, people, man. I'm sorry about that. Yo, my Wi-Fi, man, I gotta update my Wi-Fi because my computer been acting horribly, and this shit doesn't never do that. I got a system, I got Norton on here, and I got a Vast, and I just did a system sweep this morning, and it showed my performance was pretty good. But all right, but shit. All right, it sounds good. Okay. All right, so yeah, it was. You got to see the movie yourself, man, because it's going to be a lot of references. You want to see that they are treating African Americans or Aborigine Americans or Black Aborigine Indians like they are the bastard child of Africans. Africans don't accept you because they feel like you're not from there, and they already know. Most of them know you're not from there. So that was the whole sense that I got in the whole fucking movie, that they do not have the same history as you have. Like I said, and then think of it like I said the other night, right? A lot of people look in these African countries and they say, "Oh, these people are so advanced," but they're not. They didn't get in technology advances until they had to come in contact with the white man or come in contact with one of these other cultures. And I'm not saying that Africa didn't have advancements or civilizations for what they like for that was sufficient at that time. But when it comes to technology and all this computerization and all that, we contribute to that a whole lot. And they try to dumb us down and make it seem like, oh, we're much dumber than the African. And like I told Chief the other night, right? Most Africans, when they come here, they already know that they cannot fail. So failure is not an option when you come here. So that's why they outdo everything, because their whole life is studying. Their leisure time is not the same as you. Their leisure time is their parents talking to them. Their parents always on them. Failure is not an option for a lot of them. See, for us, failure is an option. For us, you can come home with a C and still get a pair of foam deposit or some Jordan or get a new foam or something like that. We reward our kids for the bullshit that they do. I mean, and like I said, whether or not school and stuff is important, it's following your instructions is important. So whatever the parent tell the child to do, and if the child is not behaving itself properly, if the parent told the child to do something and the child is disrespecting them, or the child is not following his instruction, then that child should not be rewarded. And that's the reason why a lot of our children fail, and a lot of us are just content. You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We just content with shit. We don't care if our children come home with a C. Me personally, I really don't care, because I check, I filter everything that come from school that my daughter learned. Everything I filter, everything I filter. So I don't know, man, but you gotta check the movie out. At the end, like I said, they made the reference, and then at the end, he went to the United Nations and made whatever technology that they have for Wakanda available for the rest of the world. But he didn't want to make it available for the rest of the Africans or the people who was living in his region. But he felt like he made it more available for the whole overall world. When Killmonger just wanted to keep this for melanated people, he said, "Look, man," he said, "Yo," he said, by this time, he gave a timeline. He said, "Yo, melanated people," he said, "black people, people who look like me, is going to be on top," and that's what he wanted. He wanted to change the system for what the system was. So you have to see Killmonger definitely. I mean, with some exaggerated scenes in there, with some overacting on the half of Michael B. Jordan, though, but he played a good part. It was definitely a good movie. As far as like, you know, like I said, I liked the Michael B. Jordan part. I definitely liked the Michael B. Jordan part. I think he did good. T'Challa, like I said, played a good part too. But nonetheless, though, I liked the overall concept of what he stood for. T'Challa was on some cool shit. The same thing the rest of these motherfucking Africans when they come over here, the same way that they act over here, same way. Then at the end, you know what he did? They went back to Oakland to where Killmonger died at or whatever, or where his father died at, and then he let the rest. There was some kids out there playing basketball. So, you know, the spaceship that they got or whatever the plane flight or whatever the fuck they got is hitting. So he pressed the button and let the kids see it, and the kids ran over there and they was playing. I felt that was cool at the end. I felt like that was cool. But he said, I bought a couple buildings. I'm gonna make some community centers. He didn't make a real reference. This nigga's a trillionaire. He ain't make no real references to helping nobody or empowering nobody. He said couple community centers and shit. Like that's nothing. We already got community centers. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is, like I said, this is my opinion about what I feel like I feel a movie or whatever. But they always are. And then also understand this too, right? If anybody ever watched the comic book or look at the comic book, Killmonger actually was born in Wakanda, and he was kidnapped, and he came to America and went to school and got all these degrees, then went back to Wakanda or whatever. But in this movie, they just went all out their way. They went all out their way to make him start in Oakland. Like I said, the Black Panther Party started in Oakland. We already know that. You know what I'm saying? His father was a revolutionary. You know, T'Challa was against everything that Killmonger was about. But I think at the end, he did try. He did say, I can save you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end, after they fought and everything, he stabbed him with the spear or whatever. He stabbed Killmonger with the spear. And then Killmonger said, my father always was going to take me to Wakanda. He said it was beautiful. So T'Challa took him up and let him see the sunlight or whatever. And he asked him, he said, I can heal you. He said, nah, fuck that. He said, man, you stole me in the ocean with the rest of the ancestors that jumped off the boats, and he pushed he pushed the spear in him. So, you know, that was the end of that. But yeah, it was definitely a lot of cool shit, man. You see black people wearing these kente cloths and these fucking dashikis standing in front of this shit like it was this was an African American movie. See, you know what I'm saying? That's what we need. We need African-American movies. We don't need no movie for all black people because we the one who represent all black people. And like I said, and we're the culture. We are the standard point that all these people, you know what I'm saying, that all these people gravitate towards. So, man, I'm not watching it again, man. I watch that shit sometime when it come on HBO or whatever. But I'm not watching it again. And I don't feel as though the movie really inspired me to keep watching it, or it made overall. Nah, it didn't. Like I said, I was satisfied with Blade. You know what I'm saying? And I seen superhero movies, and it wasn't a lot of black superhero movies, but I remember they had Mantis. It was a black superhero named Mantis that came on Channel 5. A couple. Some of them was some, like, we had Blank Man, which was some clown joke shit. Fucking Robert Thompson, he played a superhero, which was a clown. I forgot the name of the superhero, Media Man or whatever. I said, man, you know, they give you a couple of comic book heroes, but it's not up to them to give you anything. We supposed to have our own motherfucking comic books. We don't need Marvel. We got all these artists out here. We're supposed to have our own comic books. We're supposed to be pushing our own movies. We ain't supposed to be waiting for Marvel to make no fucking movie for you. And then once they make a movie, you gonna spend all your money to support the movie, and the movie go right back, you know. And then, like I said, once again, for people who didn't hear, Michael B. Jordan, his character he only got $1 million for playing his character. Angela Bassett got $500,000. Okay, she got $500,000. Forrest Whitaker got $500,000. The girl who played his sister got $500,000. Claw, he got 400,000. All right, he got the less. They played him less than they paid the Negro. The CIA agent got 800,000. Chadwick Boseman, he got 3 million, and the lady from The Walking Dead got 1 million. And the movie, like I said, on the opening weekend, it grossed 200 million, and on the fourth day, it grossed 404 million. So look how much money that they made. Now you can sit here and count up. The cast itself probably didn't come over $20 million. You know what I'm saying? But look how much money they didn't triple anything that we don't know what I don't even know how much it took to make the movie, but I doubt it took that much, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe they shot that behind a green screen or blue screen. So a lot of that stuff was like animated, or they just put that stuff in it. So we don't know how they shot it or how much it actually costed. Hold up. Or how much it actually costs. And I'm not on a cell phone, y'all. I'm on my actually computer. So I don't do live stream from cell phones or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying nothing wrong with it though, but I normally do it from my computer. But yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's pretty much what I got out of it. And like I said, you guys check it out if that's what you want to do. If not, just keep on watching videos and learning yourself. I mean, if you don't want to take no time for no entertainment to watch this or whatever, it's all cool. Just keep on learning who you are, keep on paying attention, focusing on yourself as the Aborigine. You ain't got to look outside. You ain't got to look to no other country. You ain't got to look to nothing else. Okay, we're still here. We're still the Aborigines. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people think that you don't have no culture. You do have a culture. And the culture, and think of it like this, even if we don't have a culture, even if we were stripped of our so-called Aborigine culture, right? Think of it like this. We still created a new culture, and we still got other cultures embracing this culture. So, you know what I'm saying? We don't need no African movie to make you feel proud. You can find happiness, or you should be proud whether or not these people give you a superhero or some fucking fictional fake superhero or whatever and make you feel good. That's a milestone or whatever. And for women who go take your children, or men take your children, let them explain the role of Eric Killmonger, you know what I'm saying? And let them know about Killmonger role. Don't let it just make it seem like, oh, Killmonger was just a mad guy, and the Africans are just so, they're just so calm, and we're so angry and so upset all the time. And like I said, that's what they made the movie. And also they made, like I said, they made this feminism move where the women at the end, the women was beating the men asses. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, like I said, no disrespect to none of the women. So please don't think that I love women. I'm not anti-women. I just found that to be funny. I just found that to be funny. Niggas running around with rhinos and shit, and the women beating them up and shit. Like, this shit was crazy. And then at the end, like I said, the Joker, and then my man, the one from what's the fucking movie? What's the name of the movie? Get Out. That motherfucker. You know, I don't know how he got his ass out of the sunken place, but he was in the movie or whatever. And his role was pretty good until at the end, like when he was about to run the dude over with the rhino, his girl, I guess his girl was the lady from The Walking Dead. That was his girl, his wife, or whatever she was. You know what I'm saying? And she stepped in front of him, right? So when he got off, she was like, I guess he was about to like go and kill him. And he was like, damn, you would do this to me? She was like, yeah, anything for the kingdom. And the nigga kneeled. And then all the rest of the men knelt to the women. And people didn't even catch that. Now, like I said, I'm not trying to say nothing. Listen, I kneel to my wife anytime. But it's just the overall message that they gave you in the movie, that the black women were stronger than black men. That's another thing that I got out of the movie. You understand what I'm saying? Another thing I got out of the movie, that black women were stronger than black men. And I'm not saying, listen, we need each other. I'm not separating nobody, but they're the ones trying to create this gender war and trying to make it saying create all this division. You know what I'm saying? You know, we already divided enough within all these different doctrinations and all these different state of minds though. But nonetheless, though, that's what I got out of it. That's what I got out of it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, man, the girl Lupita, she always playing some fucking bad witch. Even though she didn't sleep with the white dude, she went to the white dude for help. Out of all the people in the kingdom, she went and got the white dude. And another scene in there that people was kind of complaining about the fact that after the CIA agent got shot, when Killmonger, when he actually captured the nigga Claw. Like, I mean, the nigga Claw was working with them. He got captured or whatever, and Killmonger, he broke him out or whatever. And during that battle or whatever, the CIA agent got shot. After the CIA agent got shot, the Black Panther took him back to Wakanda. Now people was like, yo, you ain't supposed to take him. Well, what did you doing bringing him to Wakanda? And he still was adamant about bringing him there. But he had a problem with his own cousin, and he had a problem with even helping the Wakandans that was dying outside of his own kingdom. So like I said, I found a lot of things in this movie. It was definitely triggered or geared to make us seem like we're angry and we hate the system, and Africans just have no problem with the system. You know what I'm saying? That they have more. And also it made me think like they have more culture than we have. Our culture is not as organic as their culture. You know what I'm saying? You see them with paint on their face and their little tribal garments and everything. You know, in some sense, I guess we get jealous. And then we gotta attach ourselves to the nearest melanated person or the nearest melanated culture we could find. And that's what I'm saying. People, you gotta start looking up your own culture. You know what I'm saying? You find your culture. You can have culture freedom like everybody else. If you want to walk around here with a kilt on and a feather crown, I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? But find your culture. Be happy about your culture. You know what I'm saying? Even if this help, go to some of these powwows. Go to some of these powwows and talk to some of these Black Indians and see whether or not, you know what I'm saying, you can get some of the culture from what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to some powwows to some of y'all. I'm going to some powwows this summer. I'm going to some powwows. I'm going to hook up with some people. I'm going to see I want to see where they got this culture from, how long this culture, and where did this culture come from? Because our culture is Southeast, Northeast culture, and Caribbean, you know what I'm saying, and the Conjunction Islands or whatever. So go to some of these powwows, get with some of these Negro Indians, see whether or not these Negro Indians know the culture. I'm gonna ask them, where did you get this culture from? Like, did you get this culture is this culture pre Trail of Tears, or is this the culture that the people was doing on Roanoke Island, or the Powhatans, or the people that they first encountered, and even the Awas? So find your culture, man. Stop going around thinking you gotta wear a dashiki and a kente cloth to make you feel like, oh, that's your culture. You understand what I'm saying? We have our own culture. And just like all Africans in all African countries got their own culture. Just like I said, some of the African tribes, one of them had a plate in his lip. Some of them had like scars on them for battle. You know, so all these tribes had different things going on. One thing that was good that they was doing spiritual system. People say it Vadum. That ain't no fucking Vadum. That's just a natural spiritual system in which all people practice. Because you see how you see like when they started going into that chant, how their body started gyrating, that's like a thing of like the Holy Ghost. Like, I don't know if anybody checked that out, how you seen the movie, or how they was like, when he started fighting, they started chanting that shit, and they started like shaking and started doing that, you know what I'm saying, started doing that crazy shit. That's the same thing like the Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all find your culture. Stop sweating African. Stop thinking you African. If you can't find out where you from in Africa. And another thing, the brother Chaz Boswick, he's from South Carolina. And he is an Aborigine Negro, all right. And he said that he could connect himself to the Sierra Leone, to the people in Sierra Leone. I did 3-4 videos on Sierra Leone. We know that they sent people from here to Sierra Leone. You understand? You know what? As far as culture, my culture is the Aborigine culture, which is still hitting. So for anybody who, you know what I'm saying, wondering what my culture is the Aborigine culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going over there to know I'm just going to tree in Africa and just say, all right, well, I'm just going to sit here and this is the culture that I'm going to, listen, if you want to study that, that's cool. That's cool, but you don't have no connections or no ancestors in these countries, and you don't even you know that your ancestors was here. You know what I'm saying? Even though Rashida traced her ancestors to Africa, little did she know her ancestors was right here in South America. I mean, South Carolina and Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Although Jonathan traced his ancestry to West Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa, his real people was here in the hemisphere of North America. You understand? So, like I said, man, shit is funny, man. That shit is funny, man, how much we are in desperate need for some type of feel-good message or some type of, and most people miss that shit. Most people miss the whole message. I don't know. Some people looked at the movie, and I mean, like, from the views I got, it was a lot of people who caught on to it. But for the most part, niggas, oh, it's a good movie. Oh, listen, if you could not see how they was disrespecting the Aborigine in that video, I mean, in that movie, then you don't need to watch no movies. You understand what I'm saying? And that's another thing, right? Say who need all right, so that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, we need hope. We need these people to put out these stupid ass movies to make you feel like you somebody. Oh shit, white people finally acknowledge you. They made a movie which they knew that was going to gross a higher amount because they know you niggas support everything, and it's Black history. You understand what I'm saying? And it's Black history. So they subdue the whole Black Panther original story to make you buy into some fucking comic book story. I can't make it up. And they let the Black director direct it. So you'll say, oh, well, it was a Black man who directed it. He know the history. And I'm saying, obviously, but a lot of people know that a lot of these movies are CIA, have CIA connections. Everybody already know that shit. Everybody already know it. Everybody already know that a lot of these movies are influenced. Of course, that man wasn't going to put nothing in there to make us feel empowered. They gave the African a story and made him feel empowered. You understand what I'm saying? So look, man, let me see who in the chat room. I mean, anybody got any questions about it? I got a little bit more time. Let's see. Hold up. I see Lady Pat say, I saw how they portrayed the American Aborigine people was clapping and all excited. Yeah, they was. And so I hate when they disrespect as well. The way that you can gain respect is by respecting yourself and having your own culture and standing on that. Don't keep on changing your culture up for these people, man. You know what I'm saying? You leave them. Yeah, I say like them join the Dutch bloodline side. That's right. Say trying to replace Aborigine Americans, and we supporting it. That's right. Got people going crazy. Think everything is getting better in their lives. Listen, I'm not wasting my money. Yeah, you're right. Political shit. You're absolutely right. And that's what I'm saying. Look, I'm gonna tell you, I don't watch movies. I'm telling you, the last movie I watched was The Accountant, because somebody told me to check it out. It's like, it's one of the movies when you like these type of shit or whatever. I checked The Accountant out. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, man. My favorite superhero movie is Blade 2. Okay, Blade 2, my favorite superhero movie. You know what I'm saying? And I love Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes wanted to do a Black Panther movie. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to do it. They also had that. What's the chick name that did 13? Ava DuVernay, whatever her name is. They went to her first to do it. She said she didn't like the script. So we don't know what the discrepancy is. We know she's a coon, but she went around with Oprah or whatever. But she did do that 13 amendment. But we did a 13th amendment or 14th amendment. So we've been know about the 13th amendment. We've been know about that. But after people watch that documentary, everything just went right back to normal. Nobody went down to legislation to try to change some of the stuff. No one changed. Everybody, oh, it's just entertainment. No one tried to go make legislation. They expose you and put the shit in movies and put it in documentary. No one will even go down there and say nothing about it. My mic kind of sorry, mic check. My mic sound nice. Check one. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Hold on for 1 second. You got some water real quick. Give me a second. Yeah, y'all. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. All right, mic check, mic check, mic check. Let me see something. Let me adjust the mic. Just give me a second. I'm just checking. What the fuck is this? Let me cancel that. I don't know what the hell that was. Let me go back and see how the mics are. All right, mic check, mic check, mic check. Let me know how I sound, y'all. Let's say prosper and say these Pan-Africans are promoting Africans over Aborigine Americans. Say we truly have to separate from Pan. You know what though? You ain't got to separate from them. You really don't have to separate from them. We already separated from them in the mind because everything starts with the mind. You understand what I'm saying? Everything starts from within. So, you know, like I said, people will soon start understanding because whether or not this is for everyone, it might not be for everyone. It might not be, everybody might not think they are Aboriginal. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, I know myself. I did my own research and I'm showing it. And I don't care. You cannot debunk nothing I put up there. You could debunk, maybe you can say, well, all right, sometimes I might contradict something and come back and say, I told you guys that sometimes this is going to change according to how I do history. Sometimes I'm going to contradict myself or whatever. But that don't mean I'm doing it to deceive nobody. I'm not trying to deceive nobody. All I'm trying to do is give my observation, my hypothesis, my theory, and my experiment and show you guys what you think. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people trying to debunk. You cannot debunk all of them fucking articles and every video that I put up there. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot debunk all of the videos. You cannot debunk the images of the people on the maps, man. They put people with afros on the maps, man. And then anybody who can see, okay, well, these people that's on the maps in Virginia got the feather crown and this grass and this kilt on or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called, but it's a damn kilt. Okay, so these people that's on these maps got the same thing on, or the slaves got the same thing on. Now, like I was telling somebody yesterday, right? Now think of it like this. This is just a good way to acknowledge this, right? If you look at the slave, if you look at some of them slave posters, right? You see that the people got their indigenous wear on, right? Think of this, right? If they grab Africans from Africa, right? And brought them over here on a ship, right? 5-month journey, right? Through chains, and you think that they still will have their hair wear on and the leaves wrapped around their waist or they're wrapped around their private area? Do you honestly think that? So you think that they made it all the way from Africa, 5 months, came over here, and they still had the same garb and stuff? That's bullshit because those people was indigenous here and they were being kidnapped and they were shipped to the Caribbean and brought back here. So if you can't listen, like I said, anthropologists, archaeologists, we got pyramids here, we got all these other accounts. You could look at the motherfucking mind. We could look at the European Indians and tell that either they're mixed or they're just straight $5 Indians. And then the black Indians that you see, you ask them, well, okay, we know that the Aborigine is not the European. Check. Okay, the Europeans wasn't here. So any Indian that's look European is actually a bastard or second, or that's secondary to who you really are. First, you are the European who came here. Secondary, you might have Aborigine blood, but that doesn't make you a fucking Indian. So, like I said, man, it's a lot of stuff, man. It's nothing. Like I said, none of these niggas could debunk anything I put out there. Because it's a you have to debunk everything. You cannot debunk. For you to think that you could debunk every piece of material that somebody put out there, that means you are definitely naive. Definitely naive to any research on any work that's put out there. You can sit there, and then what people do when they do these when they try to debunk you, they sit there and twist your words around and say, oh, well, I thought this person meant this. And a lot of people think that, we just claiming to be Aborigine, so you won't have to pay taxes and a status. No, I want to know where the fuck I came from. If I was studying Africa and I found out that was black people here, my next question was, hold up, well, okay, it was black people here. How many black people was here? Don't tell me it was only 100. So look, think of this. Think of this too. Think of this, people that's listening to this, right? We already went slavevoice.org. That is the best research that they claim they got. Mic check. Hassan, mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. All right, I guess I must be clear. All right, but so the statues over here say, yeah, that's true. That's true, El Bora. Shout out to my people, El Bora. Peace. All right, so not good. Okay, not now. All right, so I guess it's going in and out. But yeah, man, like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? No, you can't debunk nothing here. What the shit that can be debunked is the shit about the African story can be debunked, because we can easily prove that story is not true. We can easily prove. See, motherfuckers don't want to talk about that. And listen, my overall objection is not debating nobody or trying to prove my point to nobody. I already proved this shit to myself. You understand what I'm saying? I already proved it to myself, and obviously I proved it to some of you. To some of the subscribers, because you guys understand, and you already know. You know what I'm saying? If you can put a dent in the original narrative that you was born here in 1619, but when people start saying, well, it might have been black people here before 1619. So what do you mean there might have been black people here before 1619? What do you mean by that? Oh, well, they might have been here pre-Columbian, but you're still an African, though. You see what I'm saying? And that's how they mind fuck you, because they still try to make you seem like you're from Africa. And think of it like this, right? We already broke the brother down the other night. The brother was telling us about Africa. We already broke it down. It says that the word afar may have came from the Romans. So the people over there wasn't calling themselves the afar. They telling you that the people that Hannibal was from that region. But they saying that Hannibal was a Phoenician, even though we know that Phoenician is the language. But still, they wasn't calling him the afar. So where did they get that word from? That's another term that they apply to us. But at the same time, understand this too. The Romans was black. The Greeks was black. The Greeks was not white. The Greeks was black. Okay? Because if you look at it, even if I'm starting to think that maybe Scipio Africanus was black, because its statue is bronze. So anytime you see bronze statue, you know that these people were black. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, they ain't going back to a certain time. You understand? Some now coming fast forward. You go to the museum, you look at these statues. These statues ain't got fucking scratch on them. But then you look at the oldest statue that's dark. They got they've been through a lot of shit. So you know what I'm saying? So it makes you think that all of us is from Africa. The Africans came over here. And I think of it like this. Think of it like this, right, people? The word African didn't come into play for that continent until the 1600s. Now, if the people from that continent came here prior to 1600s, it wasn't Africans. It was only that tribe or the country or that region that came here. It wasn't the whole country. Africa did not come here. It was one tribe. The mic fucking up again. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Yeah. Peace to the ladies. Oh, yeah, my bad. Mic check, mic check. Let me see. Oh, my mic is going. You said it sound good now. Just hey, listen, please let me know if the mic messing because I really can't see on my end. All right, Black Hawk said 2. 2, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about that because like I said, that's the reason why I haven't really put no videos out on my computer, been acting up. I made a video last week, which was like a hour and a half video. I ended up erasing my computer cut off on me, and the program that I used, I had to do the Control Alt Delete to get it off my screen. So, you know, my computer been acting up for a minute. So hopefully things get better. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to all the ladies. I did give a observation about the ladies, but hopefully won't nobody take that to heart and start saying, oh, this guy's a feminist. He hates women. I love women. So please do not think nothing else. You understand? Role. We all got a role. Sometimes our roles are forced to change because of the situation. But if you're a king, if you're a king of a country and you're a trillionaire, they said this motherfucker was a trillionaire. So you're a trillionaire. The first line of defense is a women. That shit doesn't make no sense to me. Your first line of defense is a women. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't really feminine. They wasn't really masculine women. But at some time, the other lady, her scene was kind of masculine. But nonetheless, though, let me get back into the African thing, right? So, all right, so boom. So they telling you Autochthonous is the one who conquered Africa, right? This was in some BC, all right? So we speed it forward. Only that area in cartilage was called Africa, okay? Now, we know that Afar was the prefix, and whatever the suffix, Ika might means conquer or land or something. I'm not even going to look that up. You guys look that up, though. But nonetheless, though, if the country was not peace, Brandon Rogers, peace on Black Hawk, peace Amanda Brown, and everybody else who just came through. But yeah, like, so they telling you the continent wasn't called Africa until them people put and contained the people in the continent. You understand? Prior to that, everybody else was just tribes. So, like I said, man, you gotta really do your history. You gotta really use common sense on this or whatever. As far as these movies, always go in these movies and debunk them. Never going to these movies. Peace, Damon Clark. Never going to these movies thinking that, oh, this is just entertainment. They always got some shit going on in these movies to throw you off. And in this case, if you didn't catch the connection between Oakland and the Black Panthers and this revolutionary thing, and then the real Black Panther stopped the revolutionary, that shit just sounded crazy. And then, like I said, anybody with any common sense can see that. You know what I'm saying? We can see that the women was more masculine than some of the men. You know, they really wasn't even showing you too many black men. They only showed you a couple of black men that had primary role. And then, like I said, they didn't have no African American role in it. Everything was just strictly African. They get Killmonger was half Aborigine and half African or whatever. That was his role. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta definitely check this out. Definitely look at it for your own, you know what I'm saying? You might not agree with what I say. You might see it and you might think it was a great movie. That's what you think, you know, that's on you. But us here, we trying to see what message got going on. And the message that they kept telling him that he wasn't one of them, that shit sold the lie. It sold the lie. That's the same thing they tell you now. You're not African. That's the same thing they tell you now. No disrespect to any of my brothers and sisters from over there. But that's what they tell you because we're not. And neither are they. They're not an African neither. They're from whatever tribe or region they from. You can't be from the whole continent. And you can't, if you, okay, you want to say, all right, we're united as this, but you can't say, all right, well, everybody's from over there. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. All black people. So all these black people that lived in Romania, lived in all these different Antarctica, lived in the Pacific Island, lived in all these areas. All them people originated in Africa. And that's another thing you gotta start looking at. Damn, my mic fucked up again. Oh man. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check. Let me see. Mic check, mic check. Yeah, I see it messing up. Hold up. Let me. Mic check, mic check. With the mic again, man. Shit. Still here, y'all. I'm trying to mess with the mic. While we have nothing except you know what I'm saying, except anger, and we mad at the system. That's like I said, the way that the movie made me think. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, like I said, it's up to each his own, but I didn't like the fact that they made the women more feminine, more masculine than they made. Even T. Chilla was very passive in this. Is without his sister, he wouldn't have been able to beat the Golden Jaguar at the end. Without his sister, you know what I'm saying? His sister had to alter something on the train tracks and make the train come. So for him, you know what I'm saying? Without his sister, he would have got his ass kicked again, man. You know what I'm saying? And that shit crazy, man. Without his sister, he would have got his ass kicked again, man. So, man, like I said, man, y'all check that out or whatever. Sorry about the connection. I'm about to look. This is my second computer I got this year. All right. I'm about to take this computer and go get everything checked on it or whatever, because I can't fix it. Something is wrong with it. And I know I got Verizon, so my internet is good as far as the Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? My Wi-Fi, my phone good, and all the other devices I got the Wi-Fi on. So I'm sorry about the technical difficulty. Sorry about that. Hopefully you know what I'm saying, this review was pretty good, or you guys enjoyed it. But like I said, check the movie for yourself and you will see some of the same things I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Some of the same things. Like, you know what I'm saying? They changed the whole script of Killmonger. So they changed the whole script. They changed the whole script to make it like metaphysically you could have got out of it that the Black Panther killed the Black Panther movement or the revolutionary movement. That's the message you got. And then that's another thing. It was black man against black man. You know what I'm saying? If you check this out. If you check out, let me show you greeting. Peace, sis warrior, peace. If you check out peace, Cena Miles, peace. If you check out the comic book, they got a scene in the comic book, right, when he fighting the Klan, Black Panther fighting the Klan, like he beat the Klan up and everything. Like they don't show you that. They got a scene in Black Panther comic book in which he has not in the movie, but I'm talking about in the comic book. In the comic book, he was fighting against white supremacy. You understand what I'm saying? Fighting against the elder system or whatever. But damn, you already know what time. Like I said, in the comic book, He was flawless. Nigga beat up Captain America like 3 or 4 times. Iron Man, he was fucking all. He fucked all Avengers up, all of them. He fucked all of Black Panther, fucked all Avengers up. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, the character alone, I don't feel like I was kind of disappointed that he played a passive role in the movie, but in the Avengers, he was busting ass, man. In the they said mic sound messed up again. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Good morning, Donna. All right. So yeah. But in the Avenger movie, if you watch the Avenger movie, they didn't really make Black Panther seem corny. He had a nice role in it. I don't think that they tried to play the character in Avengers at all, because he beat up Bucky, he beat up everybody he fought, he damn near beat up, and then at the end he killed that cracker on the mountain. You know what I'm saying? He was the one who killed him. And I don't think his scene in the Avengers was soft at all. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when it comes to this movie and the way that they presented him in this movie, they made him soft. They made him very passive. They made the women the real heroes, which, like I said, I don't have a problem. If the women say that, I don't have a problem. But it like the way it was guided, like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, it just seemed like if it wasn't for all these women, he wouldn't have been who he was. And that's not the theme of the comic book. The thing of the comic book is he is out there traveling by himself. He don't have nobody out there on no side, or he don't got no sidekick like Batman. You know what I'm saying? They made his comment. I mean, they made the movie seem like he had a sidekick, and the sidekick needed to save him, which was his sister. Like I said, you got to check the movie out. You see the movie, you'll see all the stuff that's in the movie. Like I'm saying, maybe you might get a different interpretation of it, but my interpretation of it was they made the villain the half Aborigine who was mad from Oakland, where Oakland is where the original Black Panther started from. They made his father seem like, you know, his father seemed like he had standards and morals from the way he was talking or whatever, but they killed him or whatever because his father pulled the grip out on him in the beginning, and the first Black Panther, which was T'Chilla's father, killed him or whatever. So, you know, you got to check the movie out. And then when he asked Forrest Whitaker, right? He said, "What happened to the child?" He said, "We left him." You know what I'm saying? They didn't even take time to retrieve the boy, and you know what I'm saying, well, this is family members, but this is how these people really think. They really think if you're not directly from them, and if you don't have their culture, and the same thing, we like in the middle. For the motherfuckers who running over there trying to be African, they don't accept you as African. And for the ones of us who think we Native American, these motherfuckers don't really accept you as Native American, because the only way you're a Native American is because the African slave mixed with the Mongoloid. You understand? That's the only way that they'll tell you. They don't tell you that the original Aborigine didn't look no different than some Africans look or whatever. And the reason that they got light in it because of the European influence that we gave a lot of them to achieve them, because we seen the system was coming and we not enough pipe. So a lot of them Europeans, we allowed them to take the chiefs, and they voted for a lot of these motherfuckers in some instances. So, you know, like I said, man, learn your culture. You know what I'm saying? Get whatever information you can. Learn your culture. Don't let nobody teach you your culture, because they got you looking. They got you looking in an area where you ain't even from. You know what I'm saying? Where you ain't even from. You know what I'm saying? I feel sad for all the people who do the DNA ancestry to get the 0.001% of wherever they came from, and they feel as though like that's represented. I don't know. They feel like that's represented though. But yo, man, I just wanted to do this real quick, yo. I'm about to end this or whatever and go take my computer, go get it fixed, because I got a lot of videos and stuff that I want to put out there, and I'm not gonna be making no videos and then I gotta fucking, you know, I gotta redo them or whatever. Like, so I'm not trying to be doing that. So I'm definitely peace to all the Aborigines that's in the chat. I appreciate all y'all. What I'm trying to do is this, right? And just let me know if this sounds like a good idea to some of you guys, right? In my neighborhood where I'm from, I'm trying to start opening like maybe some organic Aborigine markets. You know what I'm saying? So let me know if that sounds like a good idea. Like I said, I'm trying to contribute to my culture or whatever. It might not be like how other niggas trying to contribute though, but I'm trying to bring businesses. I'm trying to bring awareness. I'm trying to let people know who they are. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's up to the individual, man. You have to really reach, and if we're on the same energy vibe, you will find a conscious one. If we're not on the same energy vibe, you might find one of these other brothers. You know what I'm saying? Which is there's nothing wrong with that, because you're gonna learn from them. You're gonna be edified. Period. So definitely, man. Let me know if that sounds like a good idea, because I'm something like a GoFundMe, but it's not for no personal reason. I really wanna try to pass wealth on to the next generation, man. You know what I'm saying? Every day I always tell my children be self-sufficient, you know, how to you know what I'm saying, how to live certain way or how to better themselves, so they don't have to just be relying on trying to get an education. Education is you educating a person about how to take care of themselves and how to survive. That's the ultimate education. So with that being said, yo, shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to Nicole. Shout out to Sister Warrior, Jersey 77, Dada 77. Let me see who else in the chat. Let me see. Charlie Crush, peace. Oh, Chief Holiday, you are shit. Damn, it must be like 7 o'clock where you at. Brandon Rogers, peace. Damon Clark. Let me see. Everybody. Robert Johnson, my brother Blue Voodoo, Amanda Brown. Let me see. Oh, Barbara, thanks for coming through, always helping. I really appreciate you. Let me see. Sheila Miles, Cena Miles, peace. Chief Colorado, peace. And everybody else, man, that's in the chat, man. Peace to everybody, man. Like I said, man, watch the movie, but you can watch it on bootleg. You can watch it on one of these motherfucking internet services or whatever. You can definitely check the movie out on the internet or whatever. You know? But you got a black market, you know, and it's clear as hell. You know, I'm bootleg on version. That shit clear as hell. So peace, Block. Lacey, peace, L1. But I got a bootleg version, man. That shit clear as hell. I wasn't going. When I thought about it, I said, you know what? I'm not giving Disney this fucking money, because that money ain't going back into your community. Disney wants to take that money and get rich, and then the next movie they still gonna pay Chadwick Boseman $3 million. If you look how much Robert Downey Jr. got for playing fucking Iron Man. Okay, now we know that is a bigger scene, but Chad Boseman already got clout because he already got his own fan base from the movies he done did. The same thing with Michael B. Jordan, the same thing with Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker, and the sister from The Walking Dead. They got their own audience. So for them to pay some of these people $500,000, $3 million, $1 million, when the movie did $202 million and $404 million on a 4 fucking day, this movie gonna gross over $1 billion. And this is facts. This movie gonna gross over $1 billion. You understand what I'm saying? And just look at how they got paid. Now, like Monique was saying, like peace. I'm in Newark too. Well, I ain't in Newark right now, but I'm stationed in Newark, whatever though. But just like Monique was saying, they gave her $500,000. You understand what I'm saying? So now they pay, like I said, I'm gonna say this one more time for people who be Jordan got $1 million, Angela Bassett got $500,000, Forrest Whitaker got I believe he do got an Oscar. I believe he won an Oscar for that Idi Amin movie or whatever. He got $500,000, and he's supposed to be a veteran actor. You understand what I'm saying? You got Chadwick Boseman, he got $3 million for a major role. $3 million? Are you serious? They couldn't give him $10 million? Are you serious? The chick from The Walking Dead got $1 million. Come on, man. Like $500,000 to do a movie is fucking kind of crazy in this time and age. When you say 500,000 for a major movie, are you serious? Who would take that role? Who would take a role for $500,000, a major blockbuster movie? I don't get it myself. But maybe this can be wrong too. Maybe where I got the source from is wrong. But you know, I looked at it on another source, and I looked at it on another page, pretty consistent with what I had here. So I assumed that this was the correct numbers. But yeah, man, they did 202 million on the opening day. On the fourth day, they did 404 million. So man, y'all, like I said, check the movie out for people who didn't see it. For the ones who did see it, y'all already know what I'm talking about. Probably gonna be on here again Saturday with me and Chief Holiday. We're gonna have a brother on here, and we're gonna do like a little formal debate. But it ain't gonna be nothing where we yelling and calling others out and inviting people to your private area. We're gonna have a real formal dialogue. All right. So we're not gonna be in here beefing or arguing. And even if I don't agree with the brother, we're gonna try to make it respectful because at the end of the day, even as black people, whether or not these people agree with our views, we should still respect people at all, especially if you know better than they know. Okay, so some of these motherfuckers, they can't get it. Some of them don't understand, and they can't get the fact that we was here. But we still supposed to be a higher level individual to the point that where, okay, we see that they got frustration, but we know that this is a systematic thing that people is in these mind control states, and they fantasize about these African countries like that. So we can't sit here and be with our brothers and sisters who can't see what we can see. You understand what I'm saying? Just be happy that you're able to see it and you're not on that spectrum and being mesmerized by these movies and shooting fucking pictures with dashikis on. Shooting pictures with dashikis on, standing for like this is a real empowering movie and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit just bugged me out though. But definitely, like I said, we know better. So we gotta basically do better as far as how we treat people. I'm trying to stray away from that. If people don't believe or go with my views, I'm definitely not trying to disrespect them. It's just something that we're gonna agree to disagree on. So look, man, with that being said, y'all, shout out to the Aborigines, shout out to everybody in the chat room. Peace to everybody. I appreciate everybody coming through. Like I said, we probably be back on Saturday and Sunday. So with that being said, it's your boy the Autochthonous one. Shout out to all the Autochthonous Aborigine Americans. And with that said, I'm out. Peace.